Hello and welcome to Green Fingered Tips. This month we're talking about spring flowering bulbs which you can buy in pots, ready grown, that you can put straight into the garden. You might remember August's edition of Green Fingered Tips where myself and Graham were planting dry bulbs ready straight from the packet into our garden that's in the restaurant. They're coming up quite nicely now and showing signs of life, but these are grown in pots if you forget to, you didn't get round to planting dry bulbs in the autumn. So we've got quite a good selection here. One of the most prettiest and showiest spring flowering bulbs is winter aconite. Very, very popular winter flowering plant. Bright yellow flowers, gives you that burst of colour, great in a dark position in the garden, really lights up the area. But we've also got the tulips. Tulips are always a popular spring flowering bulb. Different colours here, and the ones in these pots tend to be quite dwarf growing ones. They're not the very, very tall tulips. These are all dwarfs. They're great for a container, great for a small border, or even a planted container. We've got various different sorts of the dwarf daffodil. This is Tate, another personal favourite of mine. It's such a good variety, stays nice and compact, flowers and flowers and flowers for such a long time. These will flower from any time now right up to the end of April time, depending on the weather. But daffodils are great because they really feel as though the spring's on its way, the better weather's coming. You can really start to feel as though you want to be out in the garden. We've also got crocus, we've also got muscari, grape hyacinths, and we've also got the normal hyacinths as well, which we've got here. Now these are lovely. These are another favourite, and we actually planted some of these in the autumn edition. But these are got a gorgeous, very, very strong scent. These are great if you've got these near a back door or somewhere very close to the house, so you can actually smell the scent. And these actually make a very, very good houseplant. You could simply put that pot on a windowsill with a saucer underneath and have that in your house, and that will give you beautiful scent within the house, better than an air freshener, but very, very strong scent, a really vibrant, bright colours. Relatively inexpensive buying them this way. It is cheaper buying them as a dry bulb, but you plant these as the clump. A lot of people when they actually take them out of the pot, see there's lots and lots of roots there. You see there's lots and lots of roots. Actually make the mistake of trying to split the bulbs up and planting them individually. They're designed to plant as a clump, so you get a nice lovely show almost straight away. Don't try and tease them out because you'll damage the plant and they'll wilt on you. Like I say, you can actually plant these in a container, in a spring flowering container. These give a little bit of added interest into any winter tub, and along with planting a container up, which we've actually got crocus in this one with the violas, the pansies, ornamental evergreen grass, and a plant called Gaultheria. But we've got the crocus there. Now they will flower later on. Once the pansies and the primulas have finished flowering, you've got the crocus to follow on to giving you extended flower within a planted container. I have mentioned that we've got primulas in the container, and that's gorgeous, gorgeous show of primulas with all the different colours that you can get. Gives you a really big boost of colour for this time of year when everything looks quite drab, and just really brightens any pot or hanging basket up. Lots and lots of colour available. So when you plant these bulbs in the garden, nothing special, just they're like very light sandy soil. They don't like a clay soil at all. They just get stunted and they won't flower. So dig a nice big hole, pretty much like you saw with the dry bulbs that we planted. Nice big hole, don't bother with any fertiliser, make sure it's nice and light. If it is a little bit on the heavy side, then put some sand or grit in the hole, because bulbs like plenty of drainage, and just simply water them in, not too much if it's going to freeze, but just water them in, and they'll give you a show, a fantastic show for years and years and years, and these will actually naturalise and get bigger and better each year. So well worth doing, and you can only really buy these at this time of year, so you must do them during February time. So that was the spring bulbs. Let's go and have a look, see what Sam's got for his plant of the month this month. I'm just going to introduce you to Sam Boyle, who's going to be joining us on future episodes of Green Fingered Tips. Hi Sam.
Hello.
So what have you got for this month for plant of the month?
Thanks Mark. The plant for this month is Helleborus nigra Warburton's rosemary, which is it's a type of Christmas rose.
You say it's a Christmas rose there, but straight away it hasn't got white flowers like traditional Christmas roses.
Yeah, well noticed. This is a hellebore, but as you can see, it has pink flowers rather than white ones.
That's absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? It's got this beautiful veining, and it's not just a straight pink. It's got this beautiful veining in the flowers, which really gives it an extra likability. I really like this variety.
Yeah, it's really popular and really quite colourful for this time of year. Really good winter colour.
Yeah. So obviously it's in flower now. So when does it flower from and to?
Well, it starts in December and it will keep flowering all the way through to April. So.
Right, so yeah. Very, very long flowering period. And are the leaves evergreen on this?
Yeah, it's an evergreen leaves. Yeah.
Yeah, so you've got something there
all the way through the year.
Yeah, so you've got something there all the way through the through the year, and good for a shady spot.
Yeah, it's really good. All hellebores tend to be really good in a shady spot. Doesn't really have any particular soil preference, and even goes well in containers.
Right, so it's good all-round plant. I noticed on the label there, it's got a little bee logo. What's that for?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, it's got really good winter colour. Just the bees are really attracted to it, and it's particularly good at this time of year for some of the earlier bees that get out. And,
good, so good bee-friendly plant.
Yeah.
So great choice, Sam. Really nice variety of Helleborus there.
Thanks.
So that was plant of the month. We've got jobs of the month. So really for February, what you need to be doing is a good tip is to put sulphate of iron down on your lawn. That will kill any moss that's starting to appear on the lawn from the wet winter that we've had. It has been quite wet, and it does encourage a lot of moss growth in the lawn. So sulphate of iron, sprinkle it all over the lawn, and it'll turn black the following day and night, and then you just simply rake that out, and it gives you a lawn a really good start for the season. You don't want moss choking the lawn and giving you patches, basically, and it also makes the grass very, very lush dark green as well, makes it really healthy looking. So have you got any jobs for this month?
It's probably one of the last times you want to sort out your rose pruning. You want to do it in the winter just so that to the buds, so it's got some new growth ready for the spring, and I'd say February is probably about the last time you want to sort it out.
Cut them really hard back.
Cut them hard right to the buds.
Yeah.
To the new growth.
Yeah. Excellent. So another good job to do that you really have to do this month. So along with the plants of the month and the jobs of the month, we've if you want to contact us, it's very, very simple. The traditional way is by telephone, which is Derby 01332 700 800. Or you can contact us by email, which is a pretty good way of contacting us. You can send photos, you can send videos. If you've got any problems in your garden or any plants you want to identify, and we can do that for you. The email address is info@swarkestonenursery.co.uk. That'll be on the screen right now, and also you can contact us via Facebook, which a lot of people do, and we update that on a very regular basis. If you put in the search bar Swarkestone Nursery, you can like our page. Again, you can contact us through that, or you can see what we're doing this month. We tend to regularly update that with new plants and new things that we're doing. So that's pretty much it for this month, for February. Hope you come and see us in March.